No distance is too far!
Oh, I love these.
You will regret entering our lands.
Maybe we can stay here for a while.
Hey, Boji. Have you ever met him? Tezeth, I mean. I am going to fight him soon, and knowing more about him could give me the needed edge.
Indeed I have. And believe me, Tezuth knew how to stay in one's mind. Back then, the war preparations hadn't yet started, mind you. He was already full of himself. Visiting my master with a herald that was supposed to announce all of his titles and deeds. Bless that poor guy. For if he hadn't choked on his own words, we would have waited for hours. And let me tell you, Tezuth only became more insufferable as the years went on. But let's continue for now.
Here I go! Look at that. We can get through here now.
I like the look of that. Let's go! Here they come.
Make him pay.
I already see it. No reason to hide it, Farron. You want to know what this is, right?
You bet I do.
Well, this behind me is an arcane forge. It was used by the Elysine to create the most powerful weapons, armor, and more. A masterpiece of creation, running with the power of flux. Though I have to admit, I always wondered how they gathered so much of it in one place.
That sounds brilliant. Can you run it?
Well, it's exhausting. But luckily for you, I can. So if you want something special, we can try crafting it here. How are you holding up with controlling Incium?
It feels strangely natural. Like it is almost a part of me. As if the time before I lacked a sense. As if I was blind.
Ah, the time before is now but a dream, slowly swallowed by haze as I see clearer with every passing day. Tomorrow, the sensations of the present will follow into those same mists as I walk forward towards matters of eminence, matters of future now.
That hit it right on the head. How do you know?
I don't. Because when Eri gave me this new life, Jinon was already part of me. But this was how Eri described it, as he trained his powers every day without tiring.
Let's explore a bit. You don't have to hurry, right?
This wakes memories.
Here I go! Here I go!
We've got a troublemaker.
So I live another day. No distance is too far! No distance is too far! So, what happened to them? To the Elisine, I mean. That general was fossilized. But why? Give me the story.
It is a tragic, but well-known tale. After going through a ritual to change themselves and gain the powers to control their later respective metals, Tezuth, Uskal, and Ingla were slowly consumed by greed and separated the valley into three. It didn't take long before they started preparing for a war against each other, driven by their suspicions that obsessed them. The Achaeans were forced to follow them into this senseless fight. What became of the Achaeans, I do not know. But most of the Elisine changed their form for what was to come. To prevent a war that would destroy everything in the valley, Eri, my master, sent out a shockwave that fossilized all of those that had made a connection to one of the Achaean metals. Only I remained, since he sent me to the edge of the valley before.
Is this the reason you don't know what became of Eri?
Yes. He was also bound to all three metals, so I don't know what the shockwave did to him.
is always more to find.
Thank you, Ukrainians, for all the gifts you left the valley.
Could have been worse. No distance is too far! No distance is too far! Bones intact? Check. No blood? Check. Common sense? Eh. So, why did you call Tezuth insufferable?
What kind of person builds giant temples for himself, if not an insufferable one? But it wasn't always like this. Or Eri told me so, at least. Tezuth was a highly respected warrior, and not without reason called the champion. He was one of the smaller Elisines, stature-wise, but that never kept him from being the best he could be. Even in the darkest times, he was like a shining light for his people, giving them hope. Eri didn't often talk about his past with Tezuth, but when he did, he sounded like a proud older brother, talking about the younger one's achievements.
Nobody stays the same. Most people disappoint you at some point in life.
And sometimes they surprise you at the most wondrous times.
Tasty.
We've got a troublemaker.
I like the look of that.
No distance is too far!
We've finally reached the gate. Do you feel prepared?
As prepared as I'll ever be, I guess.
If you want to leave this behind, this is your last true chance. When you defeat Tezuth, nothing will be as it was before. Not just Akria, but you will change as well.
We will see how much I will change. But I stand to what I said. Akria will not be my tomb. I will leave this place, no matter the cost.
Then, let us not wait any longer.
Let's do this, and take one step closer to the Sage.
Oh, I love these.